Okay, so the basis for our farm, we need coal seeds, right? This is what we want to. Whoa, coal. So we want coal, and then let's just type seeds here. Coal seeds. This is what we're aiming for. Now, in order to get there, we need perdentium essence. We need coal. We've got coal, and we need tier 2 crafting seeds. So let's go ahead, click. What do we need for a tier 2 crafting seed? Mind you, when I'm working on something, I kind of just save it up here. I like to delete it because this can get a little messy. But tier 2 crafting seeds is going to take tier 1 crafting seeds and perdentium. Tier 1 crafting seeds are going to take inferium, which we do have a little supply of, and base crafting seeds. So we have finally got to the root of our problem, base crafting seeds. And we do have prosperity shards. You can mine these in the earth. And we have seeds. So let's go ahead and save that. We already saved that. And if we hit our trusty dusty remote here, we just go ahead and craft one of these. And I believe, let's craft a couple of these. Maybe 10. We already have enough inferium to craft several of these seeds as well. Yeah, so we can make 7 of those. Boom. Now those are in the system. This is where things are going to get weird. So to make perdentium, which is the next step in our process, we need an infusion crystal and we need inferium. And as you remember, we just used up all of our inferium. So, oops, whoopsie daisies. Let's get that back. So we need an infusion crystal. These are pretty easy to make, but we're going to need more inferium. Don't fear, though. Don't fear, guys. Don't sleep on the boy. And another thing we're going to do really quick is just craft inferium seeds. So I did do a double farm, and the reason we did that is because I'm going to be taking and making inferium seeds. What is the difference between the tiers, by the way? Does it just grow way more? Inferium seeds, tier 5, supremium. We're not there yet. So let's just make the tier 1 of inferium seeds. Is there a different way to do this? We could probably get away with making the tier 2. Actually, I don't know. Let's go check our stores. So we've got inferium running from these farms. This is actually back to fully charged. Let's see, how are we doing on ender pearls? We got quite a few of them. I might switch this over to our blaze really quick because we are going to need blaze rods, so let's rob him. Put the enderman away. We've got plenty of ender rods, and ooh, I didn't think of this, but one of these has to go because we need blaze rods. You know what we could do? Just a easy fix really quickly. I think actually the easiest fix is going to be just to cut the system off really quick. Like, cut this duper off from the item extraction zone. So let's just break this item one. And now this is disconnected, so it's not going to be able to send those items anywhere. And let's see what the yields from that guy are going to be. So he's going to give us sulfur, blaze rods. Take the blaze rods and we'll mark that in one of the filters. Don't really care for the sulfur, I'm going to be honest. Actually, I don't know. Did I speak too soon? We might already have sulfur on here. We do. I guess I kept it because there's really not much that goes into this. Molten cores, we'll save those. These are used to kind of make different things, and I'm pretty sure you can just use them to make straight up blaze rods themselves. Let's see. Yeah, so 2 of them can make blaze rods. One of them makes magma core. So that is actually going to be clutch. So let's run over here. And one of these chests should have room to kind of just stick this in the item filter. Yeah, there we go. Blaze rod and magma core, and I believe that's really all we give a crap about from these. Everything else can just get sent to the gutter. Switch to cobble mode. And let's go ahead and replace that. Now these items should start flowing. Let's go. They are connected to the system, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Those Ender IO conduits just really clean everything up. It looks so much nicer now. We are going to have to run this system to power this system, because I believe this is probably out of fluid essence. Yeah, that's why that stopped. But let's let this go a little bit, charge up some blaze rods because we're gonna need those ender eyes here in a second. And an ender eye is just an ender pearl and a blaze rod, for those of you who forgot. But what we originally came for is to check our inferium, and we have a little bit here. So if you want to pull stuff out of this, you can left click and it's going to give you one if you just punch the box, or you can alternatively shift and left click and it'll give you a whole stack. So there's only 49 left in there, but we'll take it anyways. But yeah, we got a decent amount of inferium. Let's see if we can craft these seeds. Okay, so we could do the inferium tier 1 seeds, but what I'm thinking is maybe we just up it to tier 2 real quick. It's not going to be super hard to get this perdentium. So as you remember, we need a crystal. The crystal calls for diamonds and inferium, so let's do that. And we might want to just grab a couple of these because they lose durability as you craft, right? So let's just throw everything in our system here. And let's make ourselves a couple of perdentium. So we're gonna need actually like 8 of these. Okay. Now we can craft our tier 2 inferium seeds. Oh wait, what's going on here? We need tier 1 inferium seeds. Okay. Let's craft our tier 2. Cool. And so hopefully what happens here is these just grow faster. I'm not 100% sure what the difference between the tiers are, but we can showcase the coolness of the watering can really quickly. So we've already got the system irrigated via the sprinklers that we set up, but if you want to go really ham, you take the watering can, you can see we've got water in there, shift right click, and it is gonna make those crops grow, baby. It's kind of like fertilizer, honestly, and I'm hoping the way the crop sticks work, it should spread. There we go. So from that one seed, eventually all of these plots are going to be filled. And if I just keep pumping, there we go. Yeah, it's filling out. Oh, baby. Now what we can do is I can just kind of relax, and this will happen naturally over time. And I think that's what I'm going to do because we have more work. We need one more seed. And if you remember, it was our coal seeds, baby. So let's see, what are we missing? So we need more of this perdentium. Let's just make a handful of it. Just make 14. That should be enough. Yeah, we only needed 4. And then we need our tier 2 crafting seeds. We should have tier 1 crafting seeds already. Boom. And we got them, baby. Mission accomplished. Let's just double check. Yeah, so there's only 1 tier of coal seeds. And I really didn't think this through. We can't have a drawer. Well, we could have a drawer. There are double drawers, but it's not really necessary. We could just, we can put a storage bin there, and it won't really change much. Let's go ahead. We plant this seed. Let's give it a helping hand here. To refill your watering can, you just go over here to the water and hold right click down. It will passively fill, and I'm pretty sure they have infinite durability. There's also, if you open the black market crates, you have a chance to get a creative watering can. Kind of one of the less OP things you can get from there. I've saved up these 3 because I want to open them at some point in this video, because you can get some really cool stuff. Like if we get a creative jetpack, that's awesome. You can just kind of fly around. We can stop having to carry around our sling and our BS that we've had, and we can just fly around with a creative jetpack that never needs to be refueled. It's super dope. But anyways, we've helped that along enough, so now we're done. We're done with our whole little system of farming. We just need to let this go and get some power going to this, which honestly I'm not doing myself any services by leaving this thing running. This thing's gonna just suck all of our power. Yeah, it's not even as soon as the power gets made, it gets sent straight here to kill mobs. Let's go ahead and cut this one off too. I believe it is running right now. Yeah. Let's just give that a rest. Soon enough, we're going to have a system to where coal is going to pump into this bad boy here. And I've even thought about you can make something called it's either a maker or a crafter. So yeah, they have simple crafters by Ender.io, and there's also these crafters by RF Tools. Those are pretty nice as well. And we'll pick either one of these. Let's just check out the recipe. So that one, super easy to make. This one, any Ender.io machine you make is gonna cost a little bit, and it's actually gonna take silicon. We don't have silicon right now, so we might be going with this crafter here. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and make this. Oh shoot. Wait. Save this recipe really quick. Alright, well, the way this is going to work is we've got to charge this battery, so it does suck to put another machine on the power grid to draw more power, but we do what we must. Is this even going to start gaining power? Yes, so this will help jumpstart our system down here. And as you can see, this thing is just spreading its crops. Oh man. Oh man, I love that. I love that effect from the crop sticks. Such an OP thing. A little bit of sticks saves you from having to craft a ton of freaking seeds. So we got ourselves a storage bin there. And if we make this crafter, what are we missing? Crafting table? Let's see. How can we make this work even better for us? I'd like this thing to craft, okay, so it saves recipes, so let's pull in some coal here. And we can save one recipe in there, which is all we really need. Boop, and it's gonna make coal. And so all items and input slots are consumed. Yes, and result of crafting operation will go to output buffer. No, we want it to, no. Result of crafting operation will go to output buffer, but remaining items like buckets will stay in the input buffer. No, so we want it all to go to the output buffer for sure. And let's just put this in here. Remember that. Apply. So even if we take that out, it's going to remember that only coal needs to go in there. But actually, I just trolled. I just trolled hard. No. Delete. Can we delete a recipe that we've got? Forget the remembered layout. And I want to delete this. Okay. So what we want is for that to make coal. And then, well, yeah, hold on. We'll show it when we get this system up and running. It's gonna take some time. I will say, however, we need to go and tamper with this. So we will have it on insert and extract always active, because it's gonna insert items into here and then extract them back out into that. So what we could definitely specify with item filters, but I don't think we have. We were like out of something to make our item filters. What was it? Hoppers, because we're out of iron. So yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen here, everyone. As much as I despise hitting the mines, I'm gonna have to go hit the mines. It's gonna give time to these crops to spread, and it's gonna help us get that little bit of extra coal that we need, that God forbidden coal. So I'll be back, and hopefully we will never have to mine again. Call me NMA young boy. Never mine again, baby. Alright, gang. I do believe it is time. It is time. We went mining and we had a pretty successful trip. Show you my inventory. I ran into an insane copper vein. They do have a mod on here that is called like super large veins or extra large veins or something. But we ran into a copper one, and it was extra large. What did we have? Like 700 copper? Yeah, so I wish I would have ran into a coal one because all I got was 2 stacks of blocks of coal, which actually I say that's all we got. That's pretty freaking solid. And our auxiliary battery over here is fully charged now, so this will give us the little bit of juice we need to start our system. And so things that should go into here are going to be uh uh crap. We're not ready to record. Hold on. I have to go smelt iron. Son of a gun. Okay. I forgot. That's what we literally went down to the mines for, is to get more iron. So let's do this really quick. Just get it out of the way. And what we can do to make this a little bit quicker is bottle of time it. Bottle of time is OP. So that's gonna smelt really fast. Let's see, can we just put all this in here, or is it gonna run out of space? It's probably gonna run out of space. So how many blocks do we have? 14 blocks. Let's speed that up. Speed that up. And we needed a hopper for those, so make like 6 of these. Let's just make 8. And we'll have a couple of these laying around. 5 of them. Cool. And we need to take one. And let's head back over to our farm. A little bit of server lag. It's always running a couple of ticks behind. I'm not sure what's the issue there. But we only want this to insert coal essence. So let's just go ahead and like grab some of it. So configure coal essence needs to go in. And with this coal essence, we need to save a recipe. So coal essence gets farmed like so into coal. Cool. And we want this to, all items input slots are consumed. What? All items in input slots are consumed. Okay. Keep one item in every slot, all items in input slots. And then results of crafting operation will go to output buffer. No, we want it to go to the input buffer. Okay. And then what we're going to do is apply that. Wait. Yeah, no, we want it to go to the input buffer. So basically what that means is this essence that it's crafting is going to go back into here. So this is our input buffer. This is our export buffer. Now what we want it to do, since it holds 2 recipes, right? It's going to import the essence that we have made over yonder from the coal farm, right? And we apply that. And then once it gets that essence, it's going to put the coal down here in our second recipe. If we quickly grab some coal, and I actually don't think we have any coal, so let's farm a little bit more of this stuff really quick. Give me that. Cool. Got a little bit of coal going. So our second recipe here is going to be coal blocks. And now this recipe, we want it to, all items and input slots are consumed, and result of crafting operation will go to the output buffer. So we want it to take coal essence, craft it into coal, and take that coal and craft it into coal blocks. Now let's apply that. And what we should end up having here is coal outputting blocks of coal into this system, or in this storage system. Insert, always active. Insert and extract, always active. And the only thing that should be getting imported into here is the essence. So that means that when this inferium goes in, it's not gonna like randomly send inferium in there. So let's make sure, let's just double check all of our connections here. It's never a bad idea to go and kind of make sure everything is running the way it should be. So this is extract, always active, always active, always active. Cool. We've got this on insert and extract, always active. Extract, always active. Power can be kind of that way. Alright, this should all be operating smoothly. Let's go ahead and get our sleeping mat out, lay down, and test our system here. Take our battery. We're just going to plop this sucker down. Once everything gets powered, these should start sucking away. That should go into here, and look at it. Oh man, it's working like a charm, guys. So ideally what I would like to do is, actually, you know what we could do? We just let's bring our coal generators over here. Oh, actually, we can't do that just yet. But what we can do now is kind of have more power. So these are operating. What we're going to do is run this farm. I think I had messed up earlier on this as well. I placed the trash can here, and so it was routing stuff from these items into the trash can before it got a chance to go up to those two. So I kind of hung it around that little impromptu doorway that we've built. So hopefully our blaze rods don't get trashed, because I had that blaze farm running for a minute, and it was throwing all my shit away. Just sent everything to the trash can, sadly. So let's do this. Cut that bad boy on. We should have plenty of power. Let's cut that bad boy on. This should start filling up with that. Got the power we need. Now, we should see this number rising. Please, please, please. Work as intended. Work as intended. That is worrisome, because that thing is definitely collecting blaze rods. So there goes one blaze rod. Okay. Maybe it's just taking a minute to get here. Who knows? Okay, well, we got molten cores going in there. I put that on the item filter. Yeah, it's working. Everything's working properly. Dope, dope, dope. Okay, so we're gonna let that farm up a couple blaze rods. And you know what? We'll take what we can. Here, hold on. Let's lock that drawer really quick. Also, I'm not super familiar with the drawers mod. I should probably look up a little bit more information on that, because I'm pretty sure we could have avoided having to use all those item conduits with something called a drawer controller. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with the drawers mod yet, but we might be changing the system, and I'll show y'all what we do if we make any changes after I look it up. I'm just kind of moving a mile a minute with all of this stuff. I would really like to get the wireless power grid set up. I believe that was our goal. Like, I don't know, it feels like it's been days for me, but we have more power now. We have the mob farm storage done. We have the Inferium farm done, and we have the coal seeds done. We got a lot done, boys. Upgrade farm still needs to get done. I've kind of done that in a ghetto way. I can show you guys really quick. So if you type in scythe, there's something called the garden scythe, and it's not the most efficient, but it does work. And I was thinking about it. I don't even know if I'm going to do powered farm over here. I might just fill this all back in, and it would be fun to mess around with the rats mod. It's quirky, I'll say. I've used it before, and it's like, I don't know, my rats always get lost, but it is funny to watch them, go around and harvest your crops, and then we can put a crate and like tell them to put stuff in that crate. I think it would be cool. But if you saw how that garden scythe works, basically you just tap the ground somewhere, and it kind of harvests everything in the area and magnetizes it right to you. So that's pretty dope. But that is our ghetto farm upgrade. So technically, we upgraded the farm. Last thing on the to-do list, and let's go get it done. Okay, everyone, it's time to show you what I've been working on. So here in our main hallway, we got the nether room, and oh, what? You can literally one-shot these? That's actually crazy. You just one-shot those doors. I thought, like, I don't know what I thought, but yeah, iron doors, and we've got our biggest room yet. So I decided to go with the 21 by 21 for this, and it's a work in progress. Conveniently enough, when I was mining, I ran into a big marble field, and I was like, well, for a laboratory, marble would look really nice, so that's cool. I won't have to go far to farm to fill in the rest of these walls and roofs. But yeah, this is going to be our laboratory, and I made it extra, extra large just because you want to have a lot of space for the amount of machines that we're going to be using. And honestly, all of this stuff can kind of just get ripped out and put down there. And I'm also going to try and do it in like a certain layout. So we're going to start building machines and structures here. We're going to move out towards the corner so we can kind of just fill in the whole room and have the best use of our space. But yeah, I was just doing that. Also, we've got some new tools. So I found a tool called AIO. Yeah, so excuse me, all-in-one tools. And 8,800 durability. You can enchant them. I had a mending book, and then I bought the unbreaking and efficiency off of the black market, or I don't think it's actually the black market. It's just enchants. Yeah, so they've got some books in there. And we've got this. So basically, this is an all-in-one tool, as it says. It's a sword, pickaxe, and I really just wanted this so I could A, free up some slots on my hotbar. Have my hammer in there right now. But I want more free slots on my hotbar so I can keep things down here. Why is this in there? Why is this in there? We got. No, I'm getting sidetracked. But while we were doing all of that, I had all the machines running. I think we're out of power. We probably ran out of coal up there. So we should have a decent amount of blaze rods. Yeah, 204. Nice. Let's go check the coal farm. Oh, shit. I forgot this is running off of a battery. Okay, so we got a decent amount of coal blocks. Let's go pop these into our machine, and let's get that network set up ASAP, our power grid. So for the power grid, we're going to need to take pretty much all of these, as many as we can. Let's just take all of these too. We might as well just go dump them in the network. And actually, we don't have to move. I keep forgetting I have this remote now. So we can do everything from here. So the first thing we're going to need is a flux controller. Now, for this, we've got the flux. We need blocks of flux. We're going to need flux cores, and that is why we needed the eyes of Ender. So let's make a bunch of blaze powder really quick. Let's just make a couple stacks of this junk. Okay, so we got a bunch of those. And I'm pretty sure we can make blaze powder in another way. Let's see, I'm pretty sure we can use these molten cores, right? Nah, I'm tweaking. So that's all the cores we're gonna get. And then all we need to do is craft these bad boys. And we have a bunch of eyes of Ender, so if we type in Ender Pearl, we have 366, blaze powder, 393. So we can get a ton of these. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 guys. We have finally done it. Our goal that we set all those times ago, we can finally accomplish setting up our wireless network. It is a shame because Cyclic, the network that I was going to go with, is just so much cheaper. No, let me double check. Did I take all the obsidian out? Yes, I did. So obsidian's probably going to be our bottleneck for this build. Can we build a stack of these? Yeah, okay. So that's what we'll go with for now and see. So let's get our flux controller going. We need 5 of these. Flux controller should be built. Awesome. We're going to need at least receives energy from adjacent blocks and passively adds it to our network. So we're going to need at least one of these. What? What? Oh, we're going to need another flux block. There's some sort of automaton down there in the mob spawner. So that flux plug, let's go ahead and just go place it now. We're going to pop that right here on this whole system. So basically how this is going to work is we're going to insert power into it, and that flux point is going to suck up power from this whole network that we've got going on. Probably add some more coal generators, and we're going to have some sort of connection here. Honestly, what we could do is actually just say, screw that. Let's do this. Damn it, that sucks. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Like our crops just randomly go away. I'm gonna have to build like a fence or an iron gates around this. Take that too. Shit, wrong button. So what we can do is have this set up like so. We can put our generators down here. And then let's get some item filters really quick. We're actually going to need 2 of those. We'll set this to insert, but first let's just program this filter to only accept in coal blocks. Cool beans, cool beans. Yeah, I get lost in the sauce sometimes. There we go. That is going to insert. So power should always be active. This is going to be insert, always active. Insert, always active. And so those should start getting coal from this as soon as we get it powered up. And then we might as well just throw another item filter down here to, we only want it to insert the inferium now. Shit. Okay, cool. So now only inferium will go in there. And coal blocks will be routed straight to that. So let's get some coal blocks put in here. We can actually just take that and half of this. Plop it in this generator. Now these things should start operating. Perfect. This thing should start making coal. And the coal should output and get put into these. Which it is. Okay. Life is like a dream. We got the whole setup going, boys. And now what we'll do is take our flux plug. We'll just pop that sucker right here. And since it's connected to this Ender 10 conduit, energy conduit, once we get our network set up, that will wirelessly provide power to it without the lag. So all the lag that you would get from like a cyclic system is going to be circumvented with something like that. It's just less buggy, I guess. Now what we'll do is take our flux controller over to the lab. Alright, well, I couldn't find a good block for it, so it's just going to be on the floor. No, I hate that. I genuinely hate that. We gotta find something. Let's just look in our inventory. I don't want to spend too much time on this. What do we have that would look nice? Okay, so I've landed on a cauldron. That doesn't look awful. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look awful. It looks a lot more scientific than just setting it on the floor. Like some plebes. So what we need to get next is a flux network configurator. And what are we missing? What are we missing? Always missing something. Ender pearls! No, dude. I nuked all my ender pearls. I completely forgot about that. Well, no matter. We need to create a network really quickly, so create new network. We'll just call this the power network. That doesn't have a nice ring to it. What do we do, like, pimpin'? Pimpin', there we go. Pimpin' network. I like that. I like that a lot, and we're gonna go with, what's like the most menacing color? Red. Yes, we're gonna use red because we're destroying the earth with all of our coal emissions, baby. Renewable coal resources that is pumping stuff in the air. I love it. So we'll also make it a public network. And now you can see there's several networks in total. These are the bases over at the other side of the world, 50 freaking thousand blocks away. Okay, cool. Now something we're gonna need here is a flux point. So what a flux point is gonna do is it's gonna take the energy from our flux plug that we had set up there, and it is going to transfer power from the pimpin plug, which the plug is going to plug into our power grid and receive power from it, and the points are going to be where power gets transferred to. So if we select pimpin network, we should start to see some stuff go on here. So input is 1000 RF, so 1000 RF per tick, and we're outputting 1000 RF per tick as well. So what we need to do is we need to power this system over here as well. This is going to need a flux plug, but I really do want to kind of redo all of this and try and set it up how we have it over here. So this whole area is completely done. We can seal it off now, which I will do very quickly. So boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Alright, enough with the songs. Let's make this look cool. Make this look pimpin'. Perfect, 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 guys. Wow. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. So, off camera, I'm gonna hide all of this mess and we're gonna put all of it underground so we don't have to look at it anymore. It'll be the Earth's problem. I keep saying the Earth, the cube's problem. Shoot, I don't want that there. Nice, nice, nice. So we're gonna want a I'm thinking, do we do a plug and a point on this network? Because it's like, this does technically generate power, but it also, like, I think it literally uses the same amount of power it generates, but we'll test it out. Let's just go ahead and put a plug and a point on here. So, flux point. Let's get one of those going. So this will send power to the network, and then a flux plug is going to pull power from the network. And what are we missing? Flux block. So point and a plug. And we're just gonna do this for now because I want to see how it's gonna look, like how it's gonna affect our grid really. And let's check the network. So we're inputting. Okay, we gotta check the whole network, right? Is this the whole network? Wow, so we're still barely skating by on power here. So we're outputting actually slightly less than what we're inputting. So this network is just skating by, even with those coal generators. Good lord. So I think what we're going to do to remedy this situation, since we have the unlimited coal farm here, I'm probably going to get some more of those petrified fuel generators, and we're going to pop those suckers in down there. And what that's going to do is just allow us to make use of our unlimited coal blocks. I say unlimited, but like realistically, it's not unlimited, which is kind of a problem. If I got, I mean, okay, so let me rephrase that. It is unlimited coal, right? This is never going to stop working so long as we have power, which we do. But the main issue that we're going to run into is that it's not efficient enough. Like, this is gonna stop getting coal before, like, because it's burning through the coal so fast trying to make power for our grid. But we'll figure it out. It's a lot better than what we started with, I'll tell you that much. And this is not 100% necessary, but what I like about it is we can take and shift right click that and it's copied our config. And so now whenever we put down a thing, instead of having to go in and select a network, we just smack it with our wrench and the network will be set. Cool, cool, cool. So let's go do /home and we'll end the episode. Where am I? I get lost in the space sometimes. Everything looks the same. Everything looks so uniform. And now we'll end our episode here looking at our network, observing it, observing the beauty that is our network. So, yeah, we're up and down and up and down with this thing. It is, as you can see here, input and output is pretty much neck and neck, and sometimes it gets overtaken, like right here. Not good. Not good, but it is good enough for now.